Well, we have a pretty extreme legislature in Pennsylvania. And a lot of it is defense. So we'll talk about that first. One of the problems is that the legislators we send from southeastern PA pass themselves off to their constituents as moderates, but they're not. They vote for some abhorrent bills in the legislature, including most recently, and I know because Jen and I have talked about it, that both her opponent and mine voted for that. Yeah, voted for that bill, and it's terrible. So we have to do that. But in addition, we have to bring back protections. We have to bring back protections to ensure that every woman has the right to free contraceptives as part of her health care, not just a matter of reproductive rights, it's a matter of health and basic human rights in terms of access to health care. So those are two really big ones. The legislature of Pennsylvania is more extreme than southeastern Pennsylvania. We need to stop electing Republicans if we want to see that change.
Really simple. Get Steve Burrard out of office. That's how it begins. Steve Burrard was an unapologetic supporter of that same bill that you were talking about. It was one of the most regressive pieces of legislation in regard to women's rights and women's reproductive rights in the last 20 years in the entire country. That is not how we want to distinguish ourselves as a state. So first of all, getting Democrats into power who are going to support the governor, because that's how close we were. We were a veto by the governor away from having laws more aggressive than states like Mississippi or Alabama. And not dissing them, but that doesn't reflect the values of our community. So first and foremost, getting progressives like myself into office so that we can support the administration and make sure that not only do we step away from that precipice, but move toward more proactive rights around women's health, and not only women's reproductive health. Because like you said, we're in a defensive posture right now when we're talking about women's reproductive health, as opposed to women as having equal rights with regard to health care. So, thank you.